Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Friday Morning Magic right here on Hometown TCG. It's an old habit that dies hard. If you've been around the channel from the start, you know every single video used to start with welcome back to Hometown TCG, and that is not a habit that I can just stop very quickly. Sometimes I catch myself still doing it. Good morning to each and every one of you out there on this magical Friday as we are entering the dog days of summer. The year is winding down, the globe is cooling, and we are going to go into the dreaded winter. But for now, it's still beautiful outside. It's a gorgeous opportunity to talk about Magic the Gathering, have some fun, just chat, talk about our weekend, everything that's going on in our game and in our lives. And I appreciate you guys showing up. And to celebrate, I have done something different. I have tried to make a stream layout, and for some reason it's not working. Why is my stream layout that I just worked so hard on all jacked up? There we go. Much better. That's a much better stream layout. I don't know why my stream layout that I just worked so hard on was all jacked up. So we have made a couple stream layouts. Ooh, maybe this is why. Let's go like this. Oh, haha, there we go. We got the stream layout. This means as you guys click that subscribe button, there should be notifications, there should be alerts. We have a member goal going on. So each week, we're going to try to grow the channel membership program where you get access to brand new exclusive content only for channel members, channel member only posts, and anything else. You get cool emoji, you get channel badges, a bunch of stuff. We're going to try to grow that program. So we got a little goal going. As you can see, your guys' chat is now on the screen. I thought it was unfair that you guys had all of these great ideas and wonderful things to say, and when people were watching the stream back, which is vastly more popular than I ever thought it was going to be, they don't get to see what you guys are talking about. So I have it right on screen for everybody to enjoy. This actually took more work than I'm willing to admit. This took quite a bit to set up, but I'm glad to have it set up, and I'm glad to see you guys. So now that I've let people, kind of giving you guys an opportunity to filter in, let's go through and say good morning, answer a couple chats. Make sure you like the video, interact with the poll, all the normal stream on YouTube stuff, because YouTube's not, the world's biggest streaming platform, but hey, it's here. Zeus, good morning. MTG Captain Load Shedding. Why, hello there. That was my Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn vibe I got from that message. Mystica 47, let's go. David Bag, morning. Rob and Crazy Joe Low, good morning. Scott MC and Ben Shim, good morning to everybody in the chat. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week as we have changed the setup. If the audio needs to change, if anything is too loud, if anything is too quiet, make sure you let me know. I will change it. I will get back to you guys. But we have so much to talk about today. You guys know, it's in the title. It's what we've been waiting for. We are going to have the EV, the expected value discussion. Not only are we going to look at new sets like Commander Masters, Lord of the Rings, March of the Machine, but we're going to go into a little bit back, and I'm going to see if our love and hate for these sets have more to do than just with EV, and we're also going to compare a couple master set. I wish I remembered the commenter that pointed that out in the comment section that was like, hey, can you compare various master sets and how that works from an EV perspective? I should, and I'm going to, and that seems like a lot of fun. Rob said, the evolution of this channel coming along nicely as you race to 6,500 subs. Yes, speeding to 6,500 subs because of you guys out there. So if you're not yet, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Mystica, okay, Mystical 47. Yes, the name was familiar. Good. So good morning. How are you guys doing? What did you do this week? How was your week in Magic the Gathering? I have several meetings today. I will just give you guys kind of the lowdown to begin with. I finally got on my consistent workout plan. It's the craziest week to start this. I've got my diet going again. I'm on my workout plan, and of course I start this the week that my wonderful wife and beautiful daughter go back to school and daycare respectively. So it has been a madhouse in this house. It has been absolute insanity. We're up in the morning, racing around, getting everyone ready, going about our day. And yes, they are off to school. And my plate has just been filleth over with busyness, if you will. So it's been wild, but I've been looking forward to this for some time. I hope you guys are having as good of a week, if not better. I appreciate you guys hanging out today. Let's take a look at anything you guys have to say, and let's pop over really quick to talk some MOX Alpha. Mystical dude has 4 kids under 3 years old and 2 dogs. It's insanity in my house. That is wild. That's quite a bit. That's very impressive. That is very impressive. So what we have here is MOX Alpha. This is a program. It's a website. It will be available to the public at this moment. It is not super available to the public. It is invite only. You can go to the MOX Alpha page. In fact, here, if we, let's see, can we log out? We have things cut out, so it might look weird. Let's see. You can go to moxalpha.com and you're going to get this landing page. You can join the waitlist or do whatever it is you see fit to log in. I want to make sure. I can't imagine my password's in plain text. Oh look who it is. Supporting the channel. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to real quick be like, boop. Let's make sure nothing pops up as we go to sign in. Boop. Okay. And we're good. So what this does is this is a tool that's meant for game stores, for people working in the industry who want to evaluate whether or not they want to, do mass box openings, calculate EV, kind of get a little intelligence behind the business of owning a game store, of cracking Magic the Gathering packs. And I respect that. Like, that's something that you guys know as someone who really dives into sales data on a weekly basis. I can appreciate that so much. And because of that, I love the fact that I got early access to this program. And it's a good opportunity to take a look at some sealed product. Now, before we go off the rails, let's just understand that any EV calculation is not on this channel. None of it's financial advice. And it's all going to be a little bit weird when you have data from TCG Player pulling in, crazy prices like this. And listen, these are listed items and sales on TCG Player. This is going to happen. So we just need to make sure we account for that when we make our decisions and we do things and we look at some of these numbers. That's extremely important. So we're going to focus around kind of the EV versus price. So we have the EV here. We have a bunch of sales for Lord of the Rings collector booster boxes here. And ooh, look, someone bought 4. What a weird number of collector boosters to buy. What a weird number of collector boosters to buy 4. We're going to take a look at that. We're also going to really focus on this standard deviation number. This, if you caught my video this week about collector booster boxes, you know that this is a number that kind of represents how hit or miss a box opening experience can be. And why am I so off center? Did my camera move? I think my daughter was crawling around my office. We were having some fun. I think she might have bumped my camera, which is just hilarious. So we're gonna live move me back over here because it was bugging me how off to the side I was having to sit. It was bothering me. It was bothering me. You guys know I cannot be bothered. So as we get into this, you will see under my weird looking face here, we have our membership goal. So if you want to explore the channel memberships, make sure you do so. You can click join anywhere on Hometown TCG. It's $5 a month. Let's see if we can fill that goal up by the end of the week. But let's get into some return on investment EV calculation. Matt Potter, what up? Good morning. Let's get into some of these numbers that I have been waiting to talk about for some time. So EV, I guess that's a great question. Let's start there. EV is expected value. That's how much money you can expect to get out of a box when you buy the box. Now, that is not a finite science. There's going to be things like the standard deviation that we talk about that makes a product more swingy, more likely to be super low or super high in expected value. But it's the culmination of, if I get 12 commons, and essentially in the simplest format, if I get 12 commons, 6 uncommons, and 3 rares, what are the average price of the 12 commons, 6 uncommons, and 3 rares? Add that all together, and on average, that's what you can expect to get out of the box. Now, Obviously, the wider variance in top-end product to bottom-end product is going to create boxes where some feel like, oh my god, I made so much money, and some feel like, wow, I lost almost everything that I put into this. And so that's kind of the center of the discussion we are having today. Yes, return on investment from selling all of the cards in a sealed product, essentially. And it's based on averages, and we just talked at the start of the stream, for those who are just tuning in, about the fact that things like the soul rings, the serialized soul rings that come out of this product, right? Or the one ring, the couple listings that are listed so high. And I thought this Cavern of Souls surge foil price was incorrect. I went and looked, and not only is it correct, but there's like lots. Oh my gosh, what was that? Something just dung. It dinged, but I didn't get an alert. Did you guys see the alert box pop up? Something just dinged, and I don't know what it was. I hope if something's broken, we'll fix it. But this Cavern of Souls and this Gemstone Caverns, I thought these were wrong, and these are just correct. Like, we pull this up. This is not only listed for $303, but is actively selling for a wide range of prices that is well represented by the number of $303, which to me is freaking insane. So let's dig into this, and I do want to start. I see we have Taffy in chat talking about Commander Masters. That's where I want to start the conversation today, is with Commander Masters. So we're going to go ahead and let's take a look at Commander Masters, and I want to start. We have to do collector and set boxes. So I want to start with a collector box. Let's go Commander Masters. Okay, and I want to start a new poll for you guys. I got a question for you, and while we go through this, I'm going to start my poll and give you guys an opportunity to answer. I'm going to ask you guys, which is the best Commander Masters product? I'm going to ask you about the draft box. I'm going to ask you about the set box. And you know I have to ask you about that collector box. So that poll is live now. And now, I did not give you all an option to give nothing is the best product. No way. Not going to happen. So let's take a look at the EV for Commander Masters collector boxes. The EV is sitting as calculated by Mox Alpha, and none of this is financial advice. This is all just for fun and entertainment to give us a little peek behind the curtain. I feel like I have to keep saying that. The EV for Commander Masters is $171.34. This means that the expected value that you can hope to pull out of the box as far as cards go when you open a box or the average value, is about $171.34. And this, according to the price of Commander Masters, is not too bad. Let's take a look. Let's pull up the Commander Masters collector box, and you're getting you're charged $179.95, which in its defense is up from where it was. You know, it's up from the low 160s, 159. We see a sale here. We see a couple at 159. We see a couple at 180. And this is, this is very indicative of the swinginess of this product. We have two at 190, one at 181. It does seem like people want to buy this product, but we just haven't got the chance to. So as we look at Commander Masters, we want to focus in on here, and we see an EV standard deviation of 57% or $98. What this means is the range of boxes that on average you're going to pull is, there's a $98 plus or minus range tacked onto this 171. So some of these boxes are going to feel extremely good, and some are not going to feel super great. But it's also important to note that some of those boxes, or some of those prices, the plus 98 especially, is based on sales of cards like this. The Crazy Baller Textured Foil Jeweled Lotus. And while this card has seen a range and high highs and low lows of prices when you compare it to itself, it's not something that sells in large numbers. There's not a ton of enthusiasts like you and I out there looking to get their hands on this card. So that's something just to keep in mind, right? It's something we want to be aware of, that we don't want to forget about as we talk about this. Like, hey, if I put all my bags or all my eggs in one basket and I really get after it here, like there's a chance that these cards take some time to sell. So just all things to think about when looking at EV. But I think the important thing to talk about with Commander Masters is probably the fact that this box is so cheap right now. In my opinion, EV is never going to be something that, like, you put 200 in, you get 220 out. The Magic community is too big. There's too many people with too much money. Someone will just buy up all that product and infinite money machine hack the world. Like, that's not how it can possibly work. You're going to pay an experience for opening this box, and there's going to be an element of getting lucky to get more than you put in. And that, in my opinion, is okay for box opening. It can't be too low. You can't be like, oh, I spent $150, I got $10, or Taffy, who's, according to TCG Player, got 94 in the collector box. Like, that feels a bit low. It's like half price, and that doesn't feel where it should be, if I'm being honest. But just things we have to consider when looking at this. So all in all, at the price Commander Masters exists at, with this being the theoretical EV, right? That's not a bad balance. This is not a bad relationship with this product. The bad relationship is at the game store level. The bad relationship is at people like MinMax up here. Like, they are the ones who are left holding the bags. They are the ones who are screwed. We as consumers are getting fairly decent value out of the products we're purchasing for Commander Masters collector boxes. The problem is the game store has no margin where they can make $1 to keep their lights on and keep their doors open. So that's something that's a massive failure. That, in my opinion, is where the failure really begins. But I don't know, and this is a live reaction. I haven't looked beforehand. I don't know if that is the same for other major Masters products. I intentionally held off looking at things like Double Masters 2022 on this site because I really wanted to kind of do this live with you guys. So let's take a mental snapshot of what we're looking at here, and let's do the comparison to Double Masters 2022. And as we kind of do that, Taffy said the cheapest I can buy in the UK is about $260. Well, do the cards in the UK, do you compare the cards in the UK to prices on TCG Player, or isn't Card Market a more localized like mass retailer for you guys, or is Card Market influenced by the TCG Player price? Just make sure you're comparing apples to apples, right? No matter what you're doing, just make sure you're going apples to apples. But let's look for Double Masters 2022, which, when this product came out, I was not a fan of the 4-pack collector box. It's not something I enjoyed when it dropped, but hey, like, listen, people have taken to it, and it's worth noting. It's more about eBay prices over here? Okay. It's worth noting that this product has seen in the last 3 months a bit of a decline. But it's also worth noting, if we go to this set, there is some wild prices. Like, you guys know, hold on. I am working on completing a set of Brothers War serialized cards. Like, that's something I am doing. It's a set of cards I really enjoy. I have a large passion for those cards, and because of that, I have to keep, like, narrowing my spending. I need to stop, because again, I don't really make a ton of money off YouTube at all. I have a normal job. I have a kid. I'm just like everyone else who loves Magic the Gathering. I can't just be spending all of my money to be like, oh, I'm going to spend $10,000 to complete the set. So I'm piecemealing it. So I say all that to say, like, I've been trying to narrow my spending because I'm buying too many different things all at once. Or like, oh, this is cool. Oh, I want this. Oh, this is cool. I need to focus. And because of that, when I went to look at Double Masters 2022, and I was just like, oh, this set has some baller cards. What are they? Textured Foil Red and 6 is $90. This card is so good. This card is so good. Why does that feel so cheap to me? Ulamog, Kozilek, they're under $70 a piece. How crazy is that? That to me just felt insane. I'm going to be honest with you. That felt insane. It looks like we got a little bit of a differentiation between chat here. So I'm going to We're going to refresh that. We're going to make sure we're answering all your guys' chat messages. And then we are going to pull over now back to talk about Double Master. Sorry, that was a bit of a divergence. Matt asking what site we're on. This is Mox Alpha. We walked over that right at the beginning of the stream. We talked about this is Mox Alpha. This is a really cool tool that stores can use to calculate EV and see kind of how things are going. So, Double Masters 2022. Now, again, I saved this. This is the first I'm looking at it with you guys. And we'll notice, just looking at the cards, it doesn't have the same thing Commander Masters has in the sense of, like, these crazy high-ticket items. Like, there's no card in Double Masters right now that is selling for $625. Like, that's not a thing in Double Masters 2022. And yet, the price of Double Masters 2022, again, albeit being an older product, is higher, and the EV is a bit higher. And we see down here at the bottom the standard deviation, so the swinginess, right? The back and forth, the likelihood of getting high-end value and low-end value, and how much that range is going to go is $64 or 34% of the product's expected EV. So this is theoretically, by the numbers, don't at me, but theoretically a much more stable product. And this relationship, $188 of EV, while the box costs $206, is not a bad relationship, right? We have to accept we are going to pay a price to open the product. That is okay. And I don't want to harp on that too much, but that's a decent relationship. But let's see, when we do a comparison, which is how cool is it that we can do comparisons? This is giving us, so this is where stores would use their return. This is a return on investment calculator. And I wanted to just kind of check this out. We look Commander Masters. If we buy a single box, set fees for all, 10%. That's fine. So we see here, Double Masters 2022 with setting fees for all, buying one single box. Because we're getting the box at such a cheaper value, we're seeing Commander Masters being the, and I quote, again in quotes, better buy. But it does seem that if we were to increase these units, oh, I lost it. We're going to increase the units, and then it would show that if you bought more, the more stable product is going to be something that's far more balancing. So I think this is really interesting. Let's see. Do you think they have Double Masters, the original? Do you think they have? I don't think so. Is the microphone having hiccups for anyone else? Blaze, let me know. If the microphone is having hiccups, let me know. Let me know. I got to know. If the microphone's having hiccups, I got to be the one to know. Let me know in the chat. Hopefully we're not having too many issues. I want to see, is Double Masters the original Double Masters? I'm cutting off? All right, let's see. Let's see. How's that? Check. Check. Let's hope I'm not cutting off anymore, because this is a really fun discussion. I don't want to be cutting off in the middle of it. While the mic, hold on, rest, baby. Rest. Yeah, Rob, like, this is a neat tool just to kind of look at the numbers. You can definitely use it for digging into some of the more intense and in-depth information, but it is also very cool just to kind of take a look at and peek behind the curtain and see how all this stuff works and what the expected value for cards are. But I don't want to get too stuck on Commander Masters. I do want to talk about standard release sets, because we are on the verge. We are on the precipice. We are almost there. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel Wilds of Eldraine about to be here. And I am so freaking excited. I'm so freaking excited for Wilds of Eldraine. I cannot wait. Liberty Jones says the stream is fine for them. Taffy came back in. Now the sound is fine. Oh, okay. Well, listen. Listen, I'm glad the sound is fine. You're going to give me a heart attack if of all the viewers are leaving the stream and coming back in. I'll just assume everybody is mad at something I said because I probably praised Wizards of the Coast, and that's just never going to go well. So let's take a look at the most recent standard release product. And no, I don't mean Aftermath. We're going to look at March of the Machine, and I do want to look at the set booster box and the collector booster box on this one. We can get rid of some of this master set stuff. The master set stuff is really interesting. The fact that those two master sets are so close in EV might say something about kind of how that's going to work. Zeus, have I bought any Wilds? No, Wilds isn't released yet, is it? Am I a Magic content creator that's got so caught up in the rapid release cycle that I don't know when Wilds is out? Because I don't think it's out yet. If it is, like, I am going to buy the bejeezers out of Wilds of Eldraine product. I'm going to put some on my shelf. I'm going to have some for myself and open because I just can't wait. Like, I don't know. No, I won't. Luckily, I won't pre-order because all the game stores that I have around me get a good number of boxes. So they all get enough boxes, so I don't have to necessarily pre-order. So let's go take a look here at March of the Machine. So we got March of the Machine, and the first thing we're going to look at is the set booster box. Now, the set booster box for March of the Machine is actually something I have a set booster box right within arm's reach here for March of the Machine. Set boosters. And I think the set booster box, the reason that I was so peeved about Commander Masters is the set booster box in Commander Masters it felt like a bastardization of what the set booster box was. The set booster box is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be something that we can all enjoy. It's supposed to be people who love Kraken packs. And they really seemed to mess that up with Commander Masters because the set booster box suddenly became the most expensive product. Now, March of the Machine, we have a set booster box here, and the, again, estimated EV of a set booster box for March of the Machine is 9424 with a pretty normal standard deviation. Now, the only reason I know this is normal, I have looked at so many products at this point on this site. It is so much fun for me to just kind of dig into the numbers, but this is a pretty low, it's a middle of the road number as far as the variance you're going to experience when opening some of this product. And you do have a card in here, and this is a list cards list. The numbers are going to be a little bit off because of the list cards in set booster boxes, but I do believe that there's a ton of information here about kind of the high end of stuff. And for a standard release product, we see many of these things just sitting at that comfortable $20 to $40 price point. That price point, in my opinion, is super comfortable. I really like where this sits at and how this value can pan out. So I'm high on products like March of the Machine and this consistency that we see here. The consistency of something like March of the Machine, not, outside of things from the list slot like the Goldspan Dragon, but that consistency gives me hope for the set booster box and Wilds of Eldraine. Because, listen, the set booster box in Wilds of Eldraine is going to be a popular product with the Mystic Archive-like print run, that sheet of cards that's going to be included in it. I forgot what it's called. If anyone knows what it's called, put it in the chat. That's going to be a popular product. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But I do think that the collector booster box is going to need some juice. Because in March of the Machine, if we go back to Strixhaven was really popular collector booster box until none of the cards from the Mystical Archives held any value, and then we ran into a problem. Now, we have it definitely inflated and swingy values here, looking at the standard deviation of 173%. If that's not a rounding error, I don't know what is, because of these serialized cards, right? The Mystical Archives are available in every pack. I believe that Wilds of Eldraine, the run of cards, is going to be available in every pack as well, but don't quote me on that. I don't know if they've made that statement yet. I know they did some comparisons. I don't know if they made the direct statement. But my point here was March of the Machine is a popular collector box. It's selling in pretty decent numbers this late into its life cycle. People still like the product, and they like it because of the opportunity for hits. Excuse me. And this is something that's going to be a theme when we talk about collector boxes on this channel. It's not just about the base value. We don't necessarily just care about the base value. We care about the base value plus the idea that you can get like these massive hits. And I think things like March of the Machine, Phyrexia All Be One, the Brothers War, things like that are products that go pretty far in that arena. They do a good job. So this is something we're going to keep looking into. I love digging into numbers like this. I want to have an important conversation on the stream today with you guys, and I really want to get your guys' feedback. But I want to kind of take a little break in the middle to slow down and have some coffee and just chat with you guys. Let's see kind of what you guys have had to say in the chat about what's going on. Let's see. Liberty Jones says drafting a commander set. The commander draft experience, Liberty Jones, it's gorgeous. I think a 10 to 20% cost for the box opening should be standard, says Yoko. Yoko, welcome to the stream this morning. Welcome. Good morning. And I don't know if I can assign a number to it. I think it's just fair that we all realize there's a price for opening this product. Like that's going to happen. It's never going to be infinite money loop, and if it is, that's not great, in my opinion. Again, just my opinion. I just came back to the stream now. It sounds. Oh, we already talked about that, Taffy. Good, gotcha. That's have I pre-ordered any wilds? Of course. Clay, happy Friday. Thanks for joining the stream. Good morning. I hope you're enjoying. If you're not yet, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Singles are the best option, but not applicable on the poll. So Benson, that was intentional. Remember, I'm not giving you guys an out. I'm giving you. This is gonna sound ranty. Oh no. A couple of people are coming into the stream. If you're the first time to the stream, this is gonna sound bad. But like, I am so over staring into just YouTube and just screaming, buy singles! Like, we all agree that is the way to go. Like, we all agree. Everyone agrees. It's just not feasible to expect the entire Magic the Gathering community to interact with the product in only that way. That will just never happen. Like, have you opened a pack? Like, it's fun. Like, have you ever opened a pack of Magic the Gathering? It's fun. People like to do stuff like that. And they're going to continue to find enjoyment in opening the pack. I would venture a guess that of the 30 to 40 people that are in this stream at any given moment, most of us, if not all of us, before we buy a Magic product, we look at the EV of that product. We start like, oh, what could I get? What am I going to get for my money? What are the prices on TCG Player? We go in depth. I would venture that 99% of the Magic community does not buy product that way. They went, oh, Wilds of Eldraine? I love Throne of Eldraine. I'm in. Like, this notion that we can just convince the entire community to only buy singles and no more opening packs. Like, it would work in this theoretical universe we're placing out for ourselves, I guess, because like game stores would do box openings, but then like singles would be expensive, right? Like if we only bought singles, it's not like singles would be free. Like it'd still be expensive. So again, I am behind the notion of buy singles, but it's getting hard. It's like having to say this is not financial advice at every turn. It's like having every time I look into the camera and have to be like, this is not financial advice. Like, it's getting old, and it's getting old to just be like, well, just freaking buy singles. Like it's, I hope you can understand what I'm saying. I'm not advocating against buying singles in any way. Oh, okay, so that works. Good. I'm not advocating against buying singles in any way. It's just, oh, sorry, that got a little ranty. Yes, so Benson, to answer your question, singles are the best option. We're just not going to talk about it every time because, like, listen, it's for sure. We know that. The Mystic Archives are in draft packs. Draft packs are cheap. Draft packs have more value in Eldraine. Maybe. Seuss says buying singles is cheaper but less fun. Like, yes, there's an entertainment. There's totally an entertainment value for Kraken packs, guys. We love Kraken packs. It's so much fun. If I had a pack, I'm not going to go through the pain of opening an entire box, but if I had a loose pack right here, I would just open it right now just because it's fun. Yoko, I am not advocating against advocating for buying singles. That is not what's happening. You did not listen, and you are trolling me. You are trolling me, and it's working. You are trolling me, and it's working. Gosh darn it. Clay says, I buy singles for decks, but also crack packs because I enjoy it. Usually crack standard sets because of cards I don't have. Yeah, totally. Totally. I like to buy a box from a set here and there and just kind of experience some single Kraken. It's something I like to do. But like I was gonna, so you guys know, like, we record I'm so mad I have that. I'm genuinely mad that I have that the chat on screen right now, because Josh Smith says, breaking news, Josh hates people who buy singles. You know what? That's just true. That's, if you buy singles and you don't buy my singles, I hate everything about what you've just done. Only packs I've cracked lately are ketchup related. Let's go. So I'm on a diet. I'm trying to lose weight. So no ketchup for me. I've become too rotund a father, if you will. My father figure is full. Side Effects says, I only buy singles. I can't wait to open Bloomborough and Duskmourn just to read the cards. Yes, Bloomborough. Oh my gosh, the Bloomborough set. Can we just talk about Bloomborough for a second? Can we just take a second of the stream? Can we just take a second of the stream just to talk about Bloomborough? And by talk about Bloomborough, I mean, just look at the art for Bloomborough. Oh, it's so cool. It's gonna be so cool. Oh, it's gonna be great. Listen, if you don't like Bloomborough, I don't know, man. I don't know, it's gonna be great. At a certain price, people will need justification to spend their hard-earned money. David, 100%, and that's a product value. That's a how good is the product concern as far as my concern. And we're about to get into the price of power discussion. Like, that's going to be an important discussion, and that's based off something Mark Rosewater had, and I think it's a discussion we need to have as a community. But yes, you're right. People need to feel like they're getting their money's worth. That doesn't necessarily mean the numbers on the cards on TCG Player are equivalent to the numbers you paid for the box. It means I'm entertained, I'm having fun. Like, we buy games all the time that don't net us any money. I don't put anything in my wallet when I buy a video game, but I have so much fun. Like, I don't have the regret of spending the money. Josh Smith, you set me on a tangent. You do not get to laugh at me in chat. Yoko Bilo, listen. Nobody else is allowed to buy my serialized singles. Everyone keep tanking that market because I am enjoying that a lot. Blaze says, let's go squirrels. Funny story. One of the co-owners of MinMax Games, a pair of brothers, and I'm not going to expose which brother, just they're a wonderful pair of brothers, and one of them has a collection, and it might be the coolest collection I've ever seen in my life. It's a collection of every single squirrel card that's ever been printed in Magic the Gathering. No, not just the squirrel creatures. Card arts with squirrels in them. Islands, lands that have squirrels in the backdrops, or the land is shaped like a squirrel and that's an Easter egg, or tokens. Every single version of every single one of those cards is in this human being's collection. And he busted out that binder, slammed it on the table, and started flipping through it. And I was like, this is freaking cool. Like, why have I never thought to collect something this neat? So yes, more squirrels, and more squirrels is more better. Hometown TCG for president. If I'm going to get burned every time, it's not worth it. Open boosters just to discover new cards. Like, yes, totally, 100%. I agree. And you know what? Maybe that's the next poll. You guys are really, you guys love the singles versus sealed box discussion. Let's have this conversation. Let's say, I'm trying to figure out how to ask this question. I'm going to start a poll for you guys. And this is an important one. I want everyone who's in the chat right now, everyone who's in the stream, to make sure you engage with this poll. That's how I'm going to ask it. So I know, a little awkward pause there, and that's fine. I want to know, which are you going to make more individual orders of this year? And by that, I mean, when you buy 40 singles, when you go online and on TCG Player and you buy 40 singles, that's one order. That's one order, right? That's one order. You're paying for to get them all shipped, and you go and you pick up a box or two or whatever it is you buy. That's one order. Which are you going to make more orders of this year? I honestly want to know, like, and answer honestly. Answer honestly. For the rest of the year, what do you think you're going to make more orders of? Singles or sealed product? Because we yell singles to the moon, but like sealed product keeps selling. So someone is buying it. I don't know if those people are here or not. So Yoko, we left off. You don't stop telling people to buy serialized singles. Those are mine. Back off. Josh, I'm getting worried the expectation will be too high for Blimbro, so it's just an okay set. We have more community outrage dragging us that it's going to be amazingly foot. Josh, you can tell me a story where that's true, where a lot of these sets are just dragged down by people complaining, and that's why, if you've been here for a while, you know, I try to come at everything with an air of positivity, because it doesn't do me any good to just be one of the voices on the internet that screams about how bad everything is. Like, no, there are certain sets. I stand by the fact that Dominaria United is a set that I truly enjoy, and I always will. And the community didn't like it, but I will always talk fondly about it. Heck, Streets of New Capenna is another set that I love, that I'm just not going to get behind the hype train of, oh, this is terrible. So I don't know. I thought you sold cards or packs or boxes. I can't find your website. Am I going crazy? Fabio, I don't have a TCG Player site. I don't have any of that. So I need to make one. I have way too much stuff. I'm actually starting to sell some of my bulk and kind of move on from it. I need to. I just don't. If I did, would you guys want to like see my inventory? Would you want to like? I feel like you guys would be like judging me, like, ooh, what cards does he own? Oh, what's he selling? I don't know. It feels like it's a very exposing moment for me. I don't know if I'm ready for that. What do you guys think? I moved Serialized Human Ring for 2,000 on release. They're on 15 to now 500 off. Josh, go nuts. Yoko, let's go. Like, hey, listen, still $1,500 for a single card you pull it out of a box. That's not a bad price. Clay, I build a lot of decks, so probably more singles order, but normally I buy 5 cards at a time. Okay. AFR, Josh, yes, AFR was an amazing set. Like, we have the sets we love, and that's okay. Thrifty PC Gamer Reviews showing up every single week. Good morning. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. That's a bit odd. Depends on the collection. Also, it's more likely to impulse buy singles than a box. See, I think I'm more likely to impulse buy a box than singles. When I buy singles, it's a very, like, declared, I'm doing this. I have this goal, whether it's build a deck, finish out a collection, any number of things. I have a very, like, defined goal in my head that I'm going after. So, yeah, it's interesting to see someone kind of on the other end of that. How much have you missed? We talked about EV of certain boxes. We're having the singles versus sealed discussion. I'm ranting about that, and people are trying to put me on the wrong side of the law, chat, which is, that's not happening. It's not happening. I'm a strange case. I buy sealed and release to single out everything while I can go to the top dollar. Otherwise, I just buy 1 box per set and buy the singles I miss. Yeah. Yes. There was, I don't want to say which channel member, but a channel member reached out to me last night and was telling me that they still engage pretty heavily in like set collecting, and they try to buy a whole set. So it's funny that we always say nobody collects Magic sets, and yet there's a member of this channel that reached out to me in a very kind way and was like, hey, I collect sets, and this is something I enjoy doing, and I help people do that. And then they told kind of what they pick up, what they leave off, and kind of how they go about their business. I thought that was really interesting. I opened 2 collector packs of Dominaria United this morning, pulled a Shieldred, the Apocalypse. Yeah, Shieldred is crazy, guys. Shieldred is extremely expensive right now. Like, they want to bring back Mono Black. Shieldred the Apocalypse. Let's just do Shieldred and Magic together. Let's take a look here. They want to bring back Standard, and Mono Black is kind of a beast. And like, this card, like the normal version, Dominaria United version of this card is like $66. It's a pretty expensive card. Like, It's pretty wild. We're gonna need some of that value to come back to Flavortown, if you will. Like I couldn't believe I went to look up the price of that card the other day. I had a couple of them lying around. I'm like, I think I need to sell that card. I don't know if it's gonna go much higher. It's not financial advice, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's not financial advice. Whoever you are, you are a person of culture. Yes. PC gamers, I'm new to Magic, so I buy boxes of older, cheaper sets. Totally. And like PC gamer, it's important that we all know, as a welcoming and warm community, we tell you it's better financially to buy singles, but it's just fun to buy sealed product. Like, it's just fun. Like, people are just having fun. Think we see the party mechanic return in the Final Fantasy? Maybe. Party mechanic was super not popular. I loved Zendikar, right? That's God, guys. Is this an intervention? Is this an intervention? Do I just love crappy sets? Because I loved Zendikar Rising. I loved it so much. Is this just an intervention about me loving crappy Magic sets? It feels like that's what it might be. Oh, God. Oh, no. I play on Arena all the time. I love when people quit. Like, Shelly is a reason, like, I was playing an Atarka's Command Brew in Explorer. There's a video actually on the channel when I first was pivoting to Magic content about it. And you dropped Shelly and it was like, well, I'm a mono aggro deck. I can't remove 5 toughness. I'm going to have to 3-for-1 myself. I lose. GG. Like, cheers. Thanks for playing. It is frustrating from that standpoint. Like, Shieldred hits, if you can't win that turn, the game gets out of control if you're playing any kind of mono aggro. So, yeah, Shelly, expensive card, probably deserves to be, but, like, also, oh, now I'm going to get ranty. Josh, you started this. Josh Smith in chat. Everyone boo that human. They started this. This is all Josh's fault. Oh, like, we complain about Wizards of the Coast reprints, everything. We need something original, blah, blah, like, this is a good, unique card. Like, this is a new card. Children of the Apocalypse that's making all these waves in just a range, a parade, a plethora of formats is a new card. Like, that's a new card. Like, what are we talking about? Fable of the Mirrorbreaker is something, Leyline Binding. Omnath is a new, like, these are all new cards. New card design is great. Oh, I knew. See, now I've said something positive about Wizards of the Coast and card design and Magic, and now everyone's going to yell at me. Great. When this stream playback happens, you guys can visit the comment section, and you guys can look at all the Wizards isn't great, they steal my money. It's like, no, like, yes, they do some things bad, and I call them out, but they also do some things good. And like, ugh, modern card design is good. I'm ranty today, blaming it on my friendship with Louis. Don't watch today's May the Zoo Be With You then. I get a bit ranty in today's May the Zoo Be With You because they have the argument that the Commander is the only place you can have the power level discussion. I was like, you can play a modern deck and be like, this is a tier 3 modern deck. It's not a powerful one. And it's since the beginning of time, we've been going to game stores and playing lower tier decks, except we didn't call it Rule 0 or the power level discussion or whatever. We just said, hey, this is a weaker deck. Do you have a weaker deck? And they'd be like, yeah. And then we'd play it. Like, that's not a Commander specific experience. That's not like only Commander players get to do that. All of Magic's been doing that forever. And it's, oh my God. I am ranty today. This is Josh's fault. Kiki Cheeky is just broken. Yeah, Thrifty, yes, it is. 100%. Stream rants are the best rants. That's real emotion caught on camera right there. Oh, the podcast was real. I got like vehemently upset. Like I had enough. I want to see the results of this poll. Somebody give me this poll in chat. Listen, exactly. What are you going to make more individual orders of this year? Sealed product at 64%, singles at 34%. Also, that math ain't mathin'. That math ain't mathin'. Rob, I very rarely edit. The thing I will do is I'll do like a warm-up at the start. I'll go through a couple points just to get my voice warmed up. But I assure you, Rob, the Josh you see on stream, or the Josh you see in Hometown TCG videos, the Josh you see on stream is very much the same Josh. For those who know, I covered a game that when I started this channel with a good friend of mine, and the game does not necessarily reward honesty. It did not like criticism of any type, and that was kind of the case, and that was the world we lived in. So I vowed if I was going to make the switch, I was never going to not say what I felt, and whether it was positive or negative, with the community, against the community, I didn't care. I was always going to say that. So that is always the Josh you were going to get. And that's probably why so many people are like, you're a wizard shill, you're an ambassador, someone's paying you. And I'm like, God, nobody's paying me. I would have such a nicer car if someone was paying me. Wizards, if you'd like to pay me, Wizards, and you only make good products, I will only say good things. Like, that's how that will work. And speaking of Wizards making products, let's spend the last couple minutes having the... You know what? No. Let's table the price of power discussion, because I think this requires more than 8 minutes, and I am getting messages about a meeting that I'm going to have to be in. And normally the last couple weeks, I have held the stream over later, but I can't do it today. If I miss this meeting, I am in a big doo-doo at the real job. And if the real job goes away, you guys all better become channel members real quick. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. You're absolutely right, Yoko. No, that is just, oh yeah. But here we are to interact with you, take you down an unplanned path. Yes, like it's the most fun. Like, this is what makes live streaming with you guys in the mornings fun. This is what makes it worth it to me. I love doing stuff like this. Fabio, you're the only person I trust to buy from. Well, listen, while I don't have a store, again, I could have partnered with a lot of different game stores. I chose MinMax because of the way they treat the players in the community. So again, if you don't have a local game store, you can buy from them. I don't really have anything to sell you except channel memberships and yeah, stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I'm not a big salesman. Chat, should I be a bigger salesman? Is anyone in chat in sales or have any experience in sales? Because that to me is an arena that I think would be daunting. I haven't done sales in years, and I do believe like that day to day, that arena would be extremely, probably intimidating, I think is the word I would use. Yoko, that's the least surprising thing anyone in this chat has ever said. That makes the most sense to me in the known universe. I want to get this queued up because we had a wild podcast. For those that don't know, I am on the May the Zoo Be With You podcast. We do it every single Friday morning. It comes out on Kitchen Table TCG, and it kicks off at, I believe, the same time this stream kicks off because Louis hates me and hates our viewers. Like, that, you know what? That's what it shows. He's been doing this for 2 years longer than I've ever had a morning live stream, but the fact that he hasn't moved the podcast to accommodate this live stream just goes to show that he hates this channel and all of us. He personally attacks us weekly as he releases the podcast at the same time he has every week. How could he? How dare he? What an evil, evil human. All right. That was way more fun than it should have been. Let's pop over and see how that's going, and then I'm going to have to log off today. But listen, this took an unplanned turn, but I loved every second of it. This was so much fun. I can't believe you guys just stopped by. You guys were so awesome in the chat. Thank you for trying out the new chat window. People who watch back the stream, I hope you've enjoyed seeing all of the wonderful thoughts of everyone who saw it live. And if you wanted to see it live, it's 8 a.m. every single Friday morning. And that's just a little nugget for the people watching it back. Just a little tidbit for people watching it back. Let's look at some of this content here from May the Zoo Be With You. Let's see. Oh, no. Oh, it's right. Look at that. See, we had the price versus power conversation planned on the podcast, and we just didn't really have it. So that's why I wanted to have it here, but you guys derailed me. You have derailed me. We're going to do this. I told you not to do this, and you said, I'm great. I'm a great salesman. It's going to work out. Salesman. I'm a great salesman. It's amazing. But this is, when you get to that point in the podcast, this is it. Wild this ride. Is the show, baby.
Whoa, welcome to May the Zoo Be With You, where we are using all of my data to film because they're whiny and can't go on without me. Who doesn't have an unlimited data plan?
Who doesn't have an unlimited data plan?
I am, of course, joined
in 2023
by the man who was apparently laughing at my suffering, Louis DeGeorge.
You look like a peanut with the headphones on.
This is a lot of fun. This episode this week is bonkers. If you guys want to check it out, thank you so much for hanging out. If you haven't yet, again, we've talked about it before. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you want to go above and beyond, check out channel memberships for the exclusive content, channel badges, and custom emotes. You will get notifications about when brand new channel member exclusive videos go live. So that's the intro to the podcast. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I am signing off. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your caffeine. Yoko, I'm going to read that message because that looks awesome. That looks great. Have a great day, everyone. May your weekend be as fun as this live stream was, and let me know how it goes. I'll see you guys next week and throughout the week because more videos. We'll see you soon. Goodbye.